So we had people that were products. Now the information is more widespread, and all the innovation on environmental technology, on telecare, on telehealth, on all of that, it's more disseminated, and people know a lot more about all these products, services, etc. Some of the support products, I'm going to put this one, which is not an ICT. When we started looking at this product, this was clearly a support product for people, for the elderly, for people with reduced mobility. Now we can find this kind of beds everywhere in big stores. We can find them, or this kind of beds can be found on any kind of furniture store. And so this is an example of how a support product was adapted because it made life easier for everyone. Or for instance, here, how this bathroom was adapted. Here on the right, you can see a picture of a product that is clearly for a support product. But however, if you look on the left, you can see that this is a general home magazine, and it doesn't offer a support product, but it's clearly a non-sliding or anti-sliding or non-slippery floor with sliding doors, which doesn't have a bath, it has a shower. So the general products are becoming more like these specific products, these support products. So the things that we need are becoming more mainstream. Or for instance, virtual rehabilitation. When we were looking at rehab, we saw that in many cases we had those systems that you can see on the left to do hand exercises, arm exercises, etc. Now we have virtual rehab. So through games, we learned to serve coffee or tea, or making sure that we point to the cup to make sure that the tea falls into the cup, etc. And so there's been a total change in the structure and in the information and knowledge on support products. Also, as given that we are getting closer to a more standard or mainstream market, we also see that we have to focus on the aging population. 2011 is the International Year on Alzheimer, and we have to make sure that we adapt our products and services to people that suffer from Alzheimer or from other types of dementia. And so not only the market has become more generalized, but also we have to become more specialized on certain things. For instance, a domotic service will not be the same if our target population is people with Alzheimer or people with physical disability. And so we have to be careful about this. We also need to specialize. So we have a more mainstream market, but we also have a more specialized market. And so we need to have very specialized experts. Therefore, we have two lines: the standardization or the mainstreaming, but also the specialization. And in this sense, I would like to say that we have a permanent exhibition in our center that I invite you to visit. We talk a lot about the technologies for homes. In the exhibition, we also talk about cognitive stimulation products. We also have a website, which I invite you to visit. And we also have a catalog of support products. And this catalog of support products is increasingly larger, and of course it's more complicated because it's increasingly more difficult to adapt it. And so the catalog has a series of cards, files. We're able to do a search. We have standards in order to make sure that we define and classify all these products. And why do they have all these characteristics? Well, because we are we've joined European Network of Support Products Information. It's called www.eastin.info, and in this website you can find information about domotic advances coming from Germany, the UK, from France, from many European countries. Also, we participate in the International Alliance of Assistive Technology Information Providers, and I'll show you a website which I think may be the same one for assistive products, which is called Able Data, which is your source for assistive technology information. Also, different centers in Spain decided to come together and offer information on these assistive products or support products. We have our forum is called iProa, and we tried to go to different areas in Spain to make sure that all the areas are covered and have this information. Also, because the Spanish legislation demands that this information on assistive products to be close to the people that need it, and so we think it's very important to participate in this network. I also wanted to talk to you about another association that many of you may know, which is the Association for the Advancement of Assistive Technology in Europe, and it tries to promote the advance of these technologies for people with disabilities and for the elderly. In fact, on the 31st of August, from the 31st of August to the 2nd of September, they'll hold their meeting in Maastricht in the Netherlands, and of course we will participate in that meeting and we'll bring all the information for those of you who cannot go. Also, this whole world is becoming more and more complicated, and thus we are participating on a project called Edna, like the volcano, because the day when the convention was signed, the Edna, in fact, started saying, "Here I am," and woke up, we could say. And we participate with TechnoSite in this project, and what we want to do is to bring together all the free software that exists and that can help people with disabilities and the elderly, to bring it together so that we can inform and give advice on it, so that we can disseminate knowledge on it. So this is a system, free software. It's a system that tries to bring together all the free software. And finally, to finish, challenges in the information of assistive products. Well, as I was saying, assistive products, so support products, have reached a very diverse market. We have gone from orthopedics to the supermarkets or hypermarkets. We've gone from products that make their life easier for people with disabilities and for the elderly, and these products are not only found in certain shops, but in large supermarkets too. Also, the dissemination of knowledge means that people that are experts on domotics, etc., are not the same people that, for instance, are experts on orthopedics. And so we need to give information about all of this to people coming from different fields. And what do we need to do? Well, we need to, of course, make the most of the wonderful advantages that the Information and Knowledge Society offers us. That is to promote as much as we can the ICTs in order to promote this information. Also, people with disabilities and the elderly need support. And so many times what we need is to have these people need support, people that can help them make decisions. When we go to buy a washing machine or a dryer or a new car, we always check with experts, we check with other people that have used these technologies. We go to the website, we checked on the internet to try and find the advantages and disadvantages of this product in order to make a decision that may be more correct. And so our role as prescribers, we could say, is to help people make decisions. We can call ourselves prescribers, but we have gone from prescribing to recommending. And for this, we need to be very humble. We need to work very closely with many players. We also need for the system to be sustainable. Unsustainable systems will disappear, and that is not good. And in this sense, I keep insisting on the role of professionals. The professionals' role has changed from prescribers to collaborators. And also the model has changed from being a very fixed model to being a very more flexible model that has to look into very specific topics, but also very broad topics. And I hope I have tried to be as short and as brief as possible. I know that I sometimes talk too much, and I hope that, however, this information was of use to all of you, so that we know where we have to head to. And that's all. I'm at your disposal for any questions you may want to ask. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Cristina. Te iba a pedir que te cambiases con Karen.
Thank you very much, Cristina. We're going to proceed with Karen. Thank you very much for explaining how all this has evolved towards standardization and specialization, for explaining these challenges.